Hello guys and welcome to another community subscribers races. We are doing just quickly some races and I picked the GT4 cars at the Brno in Czech Republic. And this is my home track. And I tell you this once, only once. Nobody will beat me on my home racetrack. Nobody! Nobody! So, let's do this! I got one great penalty behind those cars are. And just to make it clear, I'm using the loose setup. I will show you. I'm gonna load it in front of you. I'm gonna probably have more fuel than the rest of the field. But it doesn't matter. It will be more challenging. As you can see, I got 60 liters of the fuel because I'm using the default loose setup on this car. And Brno is one of my favorite tracks ever in real life. I feel like it's very boring with slow cars, but it's, yeah. So it's a very challenging track because it's very hard to find ideal racing line for a lot of drivers. Look at the beautiful Ginetta! I love this car! It's my first time with this car, it's so crazy and wild! And I'm gonna just kick everyone since the start! Woo! Look at the start! Oscar Zal just didn't make it on the start. So he made it very easy for us, going for the first corner. And yeah. I'm gonna just enjoy this drive, and I wanna talk during the race a lot. But I'm not feeling very well, so... Oh, there's a big bump over there. I have a default setup, so I might be losing some of the time. It might be easier for other drivers to challenge me, actually. So, I really welcome that, because as you can probably know in the subscribers and community races, I really like to be with the field. It's a little different than when I'm doing like Apex Online Racing or ESL or anything other, when I really go for 100% all the time. During this race, I really wanted to just enjoy myself and stay with the guys, yeah. So, but I really want to take you around the racetrack, where it was my like childhood on this racetrack, because I did my first ever real life race here in 2002 in Ford Fiesta Cup. And yeah, I did many races over there. I did my racing license over there as well, and which is probably not my racing license for a real racing car. I don't think it's like what do you call it? I can't use it any longer because it's too old. But man, I love this track. It's not laser scan, so there are some differences, but I really love it. And I really love to do the races with the guys who are subscribed, who are part of my Discord community, which the link for it you can find in the description below the video. And hopefully to see you there, guys. I'm not doing these races all the time, but only when I really have a mood for it. But there's a lot of people enjoying racing and everything, so yeah. I want to just show the guys a little bit of pace, because some guys were asking me to, you know, to see the pace and everything, so yeah, I'm gonna show them. I was too wide there. This car is so crazy. Yeah. Whew. I'm not feeling well, because I took a Red Bull, the big can of Red Bull, and it just burns in here. Yeah, so that's it. I wanted to talk about my real racing, if you would be interested. I have a question to you first, if you are watching at this point. I hit 1 million total views on YouTube, and I would like to thank you guys, because in past 3 and 4 months I made like 400,000, almost, yeah, 400,000 views and over 3,000 subscribers, and I thank you so much for that. It's absolutely amazing goal. It would be nice to do that every month and I could do that for a living. But we are growing, the channel is growing, everything is growing, the Discord server already like over 260 people. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, so I'm very happy, and thank you guys. I wanted to do something special. I said to myself that I would like to do some special stuff, like maybe giveaways and just a little giveaways and some stuff during some of the like milestones. So for example, when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna like give away one Project Cars game or something like that, for example. And for the million views milestone, I wanted to do just maybe Q&A, question and answers. I wanted to ask you. You can ask me the question in a Discord server, or you can ask me the questions if you like on a YouTube in a comment section under the video. And if there will be enough questions and you will be interested in that, you can ask me about anything you want. No kinky stuff, please. My girlfriend is jealous. You have to be really... Nah, don't do that. I was so bad in this corner with this car. Abliston is actually catching me. Beautiful driving by him. I'm really just enjoying myself on the racetrack. He'll probably catch me very soon enough. With 54 liters of the fuel. Should be very easy for him. So, meantime, before he will catch me, and we will have some fight, I would like to ask you just, if you are interested in that, and if you have some questions you would like to have an answer to, you can just hit me on a Discord server if you want to answer right away, or even better, I would like to put it in a video maybe, and yeah, we can do it in some of the videos. Video. How is that? How do I pronounce it in English? I'm trying to improve that, but I'm really terrible. Sorry. And so I would be really happy if you have some questions. I will try to answer them if it will be, you know, interesting and it will be fine questions. Just tell me, and yeah, we can do like Q&A number 1. Because I have seen some people doing that in their on their channels, and I think it's a very cool thing if you really would like to know me and know the answer for the things. So just ask me. Yeah. I probably said that completely horribly, but I would like to do Q&A, and if you are interested, you can ask me some questions, and if I will have any questions, I will do the answers. Sorry. This Jetta is so funny. You can really play with the car around the racetrack. And Abliston on the second place was really doing a beautiful job. I'm very off the pace, but yeah, beautiful. 52 liters of the fuel is really too much. And I remember this racetrack inside out. I really love it, really love it. It's such a really like... Some people can say it's a very boring track because it's a lot of the straights, but completely honest with you, it's not true. Because to master the racetrack, especially wide like this, you really need some skill and practice and everything. And in real life, the track is really wide, but it's very easy to make a mistake, because as it is wide, you have to have like super perfect cornering and exit and perfect line and just transferring the weight of the car and everything. Yeah. Stadium section, this is a beautiful place to watch MotoGP, because there's so many people, like 100,000 people watching the MotoGP. Yeah. And but my real racing, I don't know if it's like great time to do it. Maybe we can do it in the future. It depends what you really wanted to know, but I started, when I counted like proper racing, not karting or anything like that, testing or something like that. My racing career started like 2002 when I was 14. In my country there was a rule that people since 14 years old can race in a race car which has 1,400 CCM. What's it called? The engine, the big engine. It was like a Ford Fiesta Cup, to be example. And I was 14. My father was racing in real life as well, and we made a racing license because I was very good in the karting and everything. And I started racing the big cars on this racetrack. in 2002. I had to wait after my birthday to be able to join the racetrack. And it was so crazy because it was multi-class racing and everything. I was doing pretty well since the beginning, I would say, because I never driven a car in that age. And yeah, 2002 was really like learning everything. 2003 I was second in the championship. It was really beautiful. Then I went into the endurance racing for like 3, 4, 6 hour races with Renault Clio. I was doing super well. And in 2006 there was a BMW 1 challenge on our country, and we joined that. It was my first experience with the rear-wheel drive car, and man, I was so blasted. The first time I sit in a car with the rear-wheel drive, it wasn't like a super proper race car. It was like a basic cup car with a H pattern gearbox. You know, I was like 17, 18 or something like that. And man, the first 30-minute practice with the car, I was the fastest from the entire field of people who were racing for 10, 15, even maybe more years. The professional drivers and everyone. The drivers who now are professionals even. Czech drivers. And yeah, I just never had an opportunity to show myself, because in this championship I just love it. Since the funniest thing, the first race was in this racetrack, and the first qualifying was in the wet. I won the pole position, I won the race like 7 or 10 seconds, and yeah, there were many races after that. I won the championship. I won like half of the races maybe, or I don't know, third or something like that. And I won the championship, and I was super happy because I was like on the top, and everyone was super excited because I was doing really well. I especially loved the wet conditions, because for wet conditions you really need to have a big balls, as James Hunt would say. And yeah, I was doing pretty well, I would say. I was always praying for for rain before the races, because when I was doing like endurance races with Renault Clio, there were faster cars in my class, and usually when it was raining, you could see who is really like good in the car and who is not, and you have been able to destroy the advantage of faster cars, and you have been able to win, which was absolutely incredible, and I loved that. I was praying all the time, and we were pretty good in the strategy and everything. And yeah, and in 2006 it was like a top of the career in the real races. I really wanted to step it up. My father was a manager of mine, and we had lots of plans for the future. My father was like, he had money and he had a very great skill of finding the sponsors. And yeah, it was beautiful, everything. I was so happy. But by the end of the year, with like 2 races to go, I was sick. I got I don't know what's it called. Is it lungs? This? I got a like disease in here, and I was home for like 3 months, and I lost a lot of weight, like 14 kilograms of weight. And for the last races, I got well, and my father got the disease after me, and he got even worse, and he wasn't able to work properly. And wow, Mustang RTR drifting around the racetrack. So he was sick a little bit. He had some problems with his company. He lost the company. It got stolen from him, and we lost a lot of money. I started working after I left the school. I started working to get the money, and yeah, before the end of the year, we had a plans like to buy Chevy Corvette GT3 and to be racing in a GT3. So it was like my dream, absolute dream, to racing in a GT3. And yeah, then everything went away completely. And yeah, since that I never had a chance, you know, because my racing hobby was very expensive. It's not like people give you the opportunity to race a real race car, because everything costs so much money. It's like 300,000 euros per season in GT3, which is a lot of money, and people will not give it to you like for free. You can see it in real races. There's like just a 10% of professional racing drivers, and the rest is the gentleman drivers who pay for everything. And yeah, so after that year I was in a hope for like 2007, 2008 to get back into real races, but we didn't have an opportunity or anything. We were just trying to get back on our feet and everything. And you know, after that I just lost it. I just was like, okay, I'm not gonna race anymore. If I'm gonna race in the future, I will have to buy it for myself. So I will have to work, I will have to have some company or something, find maybe some sponsors and get on back on the racetrack. But you know, it's like, I'm great in my work, I'm great manager, I'm great like with mentoring people and everything, but the motivation people, but I'm not, I'm a great businessman, but I'm not very good in like finding people to give me money for free, like in racing. So yeah, I wasn't very like good at that part. So I was driving, enjoying sim racing, and I'm just hoping maybe in the future, if this channel will kick ass, there are a few things that can happen. I will ask for the donation or something, and we will buy something, or we will just go for the testing and everything, because like everything in racing costs a lot of money. I will lose weight. My optimal thing is I will get maybe donations or maybe some sponsorships, and they will pay for real racing car, like for example, like for testing or something like that. I will lose weight, so I will be fit again for racing car, because I'm very fat right now and not fit as a racing driver. And yeah, I will be back on racetrack. That's my real hope. Or I will just build my own company and buy everything. That will be maybe there. Or maybe this channel will blow up to 1 million views per month, and we will be able to do it from the YouTube money or Patreon money or something like that. That would be really funny. First racing driver sponsored by YouTube. Or I don't know, maybe we will see. But I just wanted to share you my really quick experience. And yeah, it happened a long time ago. And yeah, but I'm really glad, because since the beginning I was very fast. Since the beginning I was fast in the sim racing community and everything. So I must say, the real racing and virtual racing saved my life and my girlfriend's life many times on the roads, because people are just crazy on the real race road. And yeah, that's just it, boys. I don't know what to say more. I don't know. I completely forgot about the race. I don't even know what lap times I did. I'm very sorry, guys. I hope you had a beautiful fight, because I think awfully soon with Tim and AVL are fighting for the second place. Oman right behind them, who actually is practicing during this race, because he didn't do any qualifying or something. And we are going for the last corner, guys, with Ginetta. If you have any questions for me, check me on the Twitter, check me on the Discord, check me on the YouTube, and I'll talk to you later! Yeah, hopefully to see you guys later. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. Good job, guys. I was some beautiful third place. Team Berator? Team Butterer. Beautiful second place. Good job, good job, good job. And see you guys in the next video.